everybody, it's Marina, travel experta, and today I'm going to talk about Mexico City's neighborhoods. Are you ready to make every day an adventure? So before coming to Mexico City, first and foremost, you have to understand Mexico City is one of the largest cities in North and South America and probably in the world. It can literally take you almost an hour from one end to the other just driving. And if you're going to be taking local public transportation, it's a good 2 to 3 hours from one end to the other. It is so humongous. It has over 40 million people that live in and surrounding Mexico City. I mean, it is just humongous, right? So where do you go? Where do you go in Mexico City? And the other thing that you hear about Mexico City is that it's dangerous, right? So here's the thing. When I did my research, there are certain neighborhoods, just like in every city, that really pop out. Roma Norte is probably the most popular. It's known for being the most modern, progressive, hip neighborhood. Then there's also Condesa, that is a little bit different, but also very popular, safe. Coyoacan, that is where Frida's museum is there, and that's where Frida actually lived. And it is also an absolutely beautiful neighborhood. And I was there when I was here 20 years ago, so I knew that one. And then there's the center, which is the Zocalo area. And then there's many other little pocket neighborhoods. So we ended up in Roma Norte. Roma Norte is by far the number one place you have to go. It is full of these beautiful parks and homes and restaurants, cafes everywhere. It is so lively. It's full of life with music and people. But the best thing about it, first of all, it's all walking. You can walk everywhere there. You do not need a car when you're in Roma Norte. Everything is walking distance. But the one thing that struck me the most, it's how safe it was. And I'm one of those people that does not feel safe anywhere. Anywhere. And that's true. True story. I don't feel safe anywhere, even in New York City. I mean, pretty much anywhere. I felt so safe in Roma Norte. It was incredible. I was able to just walk around even late at night, like around 10, 11 p.m. by myself. Like I wanted to get something. There's little restaurants and stores that are open. Some places are open until 2 in the morning. Where we ended up staying, you also need to know where to stay because there's some blocks that have a lot of the restaurants, so you'll hear the music. We ended up staying about half a block from where the restaurants are, but not hearing any of the actual noise. So it was really quiet. I also felt that safe in Coyoacan. So it's not only Roma Norte, but I did not stay in Coyoacan at night. And Coyoacan is a much larger as far as like the plaza and the center and all of that other stuff. So if you were to say, I would definitely recommend Roma Norte or Coyoacan. Those are the two areas that I have found to be really unbelievable and just so full of life. Restaurants, everything is right there. And the best thing about Mexico, it's not expensive. Even when you go to a pretty fancy restaurant, it's still a tenth of the price as you would pay in the States or in Europe, and very, very reasonable, even for Central America and Latin American prices. I fell in love with Mexico City, and Roma Norte is really where my heart stayed. So I recommend everybody to check that place out. And if you want to make every day an adventure, make sure you check out many more things that I have for free on travelexperta.com. And if you liked this episode, please leave a review and share it with your friends. Thanks, and make sure to make every day an adventure.